This is Greg's brand new Fortuna Red T 6.1 Volkswagen multivan. It's a short wheelbase. It's standard with no factory options. This is how it comes straight from the factory, but we've done our big conversion to it for wheelchair access. We've added side access, low floor to the front row, so the wheelchair can be a driver or passenger. Airbag suspension, which we do on all our conversions, so we can lower it to make the ramp work nice. We've added hand controls. It's got an e-radial with secondary functions that he can operate the horn and indicators from his thumb. It's also got a spinner knob that he can steer with, a docking device to lock the wheelchair in place. And that's pretty much on the inside of the vehicle, so let's go have a proper look at what's in there. This is what we call a standard low floor conversion. We have different heights of conversion, so this is our standard, most commonly done. It's modified from the A to the C pillar, so from just in front of the dash there to right here alongside the sliding door. We've lowered the floor in the vehicle, and to make this work, we relocate the fuel tank and we add air suspension to the vehicle. The air suspension is a key part of the conversion that allows for correct ground clearance, nice ride quality, and also makes the ramp work, so the car lowers down and makes it nice and easy to access the ramp. The ramp itself can be operated in 3 different ways. 1, through the key remote, 2, on a button on the pillar here, and 3, there's one on the dash. So in many different places you can operate the ramp, and obviously lower and raise automatically. David will access this car in his wheelchair through the side here and come into the lowered area where we've got 2 different seats, being the driver and passengers, that are removable. So he can be a driver or passenger depending on what he would like to do for the day. Everything on the conversion is designed and manufactured in-house. So the ramp, the floor, the chassis, the removable seats, whatever we install in the car, we actually manufacture ourselves. This customer's opted to go a 3-place bench seat in the rear. It is a short wheelbase car, but still that retains a fair bit of luggage room in the back. So let's have a bit of a look at that. Even knowing it's a short wheelbase, there's still a fair bit of room in the back here. We do have different options where the spare wheel can go. Some of the multivans actually come with no spare wheel and just some goo that goes in the tyre and a little air compressor, and we can option that if your vehicle doesn't have that. David's also chosen the 3-place bench seat in the rear, but we can and do have different options for rear seating. That can be discussed as well. Of course, if you don't have enough room for baggage here, being a side entry, you can still tow. So a tow bar can still be mounted to the vehicle, and those times where you'd like to take a bit extra, you can take a small trailer, and of course you can still tow a caravan or a boat, or a horse float or something like that with these vehicles as well. We'll have a bit of a look around the front here and see what hand controls we've put in for him. For David to access the hand controls, we first have to remove the seat if he's going to be a driver. So the seats that we have are quick release removable. So you pull a lever, tilt the seat back onto its wheels and roll it out of the way or take it out of the vehicle so the wheelchair can access that position. We can do the same on the passenger side if he chooses to be a passenger. So once his seat's out of the way, he'll come into the vehicle. So once David's up here in his wheelchair, he'll be driving from an electronic e-radial, which is twist to accelerate down and push to brake. He's got on the steering a spinner knob. When you have one hand on the steering and one hand on the accelerator and brake, you can't operate the indicators and secondary functions and so forth. So we have buttons that duplicate those functions that he can operate with his thumb. He's got a docking device which locks in the wheelchair. Because the floor's been lowered, the handbrake has nowhere to mount, and he hasn't got the strength or ability to reach and pull that handbrake on. We've installed an electric park brake system. So one press turns on the park brake, another press turns it off. We also have here the airbag suspension controller, so we can easily access the different functions of the air suspension. Controller up the top here that does our ramp, the dock release, and electric restraints if he's a passenger in the front there. That's pretty much most things that are set up here for him to drive. A fairly basic one. We have different options on driver controls and adaptions, and that's what this one's chosen. In the engine bay here, we've only added two things. Fuses for the air suspension and our electronics, and some backup valves for the air suspension in case that there's a problem with the air suspension, you're not stranded anywhere, you can pump up the suspension and move the vehicle still. So everything else is standard, so it's still warranted by Volkswagen and any mechanic can work on it as it was meant to be. Well, this has been David's build. I love the colour, the size of the car, side entry. I think it's just a fantastic conversion. David, I'm sure this vehicle will get you many years of enjoyment, and I can't wait to hear about the adventures you have with it. If you'd like to subscribe to our YouTube channel, that'll give you notifications on videos and different builds that are coming up and forward. And of course, check out our socials for the different things on there as well. Thanks for watching.